Hello, couples, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping Your Marriage Hot and Holy with your love coach, Chara Taylor. So I wanted to just stop by just for a brief few moments to talk about the undefiled bed. Yes, I want to talk about the undefiled bed for us married Christians who follow Jesus, okay? There's so much talk about what you can do and what you can't do in the bed, and people want to know about the scripture that says the marriage bed is undefiled. And so I want to just talk about just what that word means, just briefly, so this will not be long at all. So listen, undefiled is the same as the absence of sin. I think we could just stop right there if we really wanted to. We could just stop right there. To know that the marriage bed is undefiled means that the marriage bed, it is without sin. Gives us the freedom to do the things that we want to do. It gives us some freedoms to have fun. Yes, it does come with some parameters, but for the most part, it is the absence of sin. Okay, that means that our bedroom lifestyle, our sex life when we are married does not need to be boring. It does not need to be mundane. It does not need to be a routine. We can spice it up and we can have a lot more fun. Okay, I believe that in a lot of marriages, many marriages, one of the key components that is missing is the element of fun. The element of fun is missing from the entire marriage, but more importantly in the bedroom. And let me just be honest and real with you. When the bedroom life when it sucks, when there's no fire, when there's no spark, then the rest of the marriage is going to be, for a lack of better words, the rest of the marriage is going to suffer as well. Okay, you're going to find yourselves with attitudes. You're going to find yourselves not disconnected mentally, emotionally, and along with even spiritually. Okay, I'm not saying that sex is the answer. No, I'm not saying that at all. But if your sex life is messed up, I can guarantee you that you are disgruntled and you are frustrated. Okay, real talk. So back to us being, to our beds being undefiled. So for the activities, we have to remain within certain constructs within our biblical mandate. Okay, the biblical mandate mandates that we don't have sex with our relatives and we don't have sex with the same gender. So, oops, sorry, that does mean that you cannot have threesomes. Okay, so if that's on your list of things, then that one would bring sin to your bed. Then that would defile your bed. But so you can't have, same sex or same gender sex and you can't have sex with animals. But that doesn't mean you can't have sex like animals. That's one of my favorite sayings of all times is God said I can't have sex with the animals. And I promise you, I don't want to. But they can get in some pretty unique positions, and watching how these animals mate pops off light bulbs in my head. I wonder if my body can fit into that. How can I get my body to flex like this? And so we can have sex like animals. That would bring some life to your bed. Your bed is not defiled. There is the absence of sin. If you get into different positions, you do not have to have the same position. And we have to get away from the mindset. There's been, from down through the years, it's been taught that sex is primarily meant for procreation. And that means that it's so that you can have children. Okay, yes, the Bible tells us to be fruitful and to multiply. Absolutely. But what happens when you get past those childbearing ages? When neither of your bodies is still reproducing, or you don't want to reproduce anymore, but your needs are not met. You still have sexual needs that need to be met. So no, sex is not only, and it's not primarily for procreation. Yep, we want our legacy to stay on and continue on down through the years, generation after generation. So yep, we want to have sex, we want to have children. Okay, but if you can't have children, because I was in that position for many years, and I'm still in that current position where my body does not reproduce. So what? Does that mean I'm supposed to not have sex? Absolutely not. That means I get to have fun practicing. Okay, just because my body can't procreate and it can't reproduce does not mean I don't get to have fun practicing. I remember when we went to see a specialist, and the specialist said, you know what, I believe that God is going to touch your body and that you will be able to do this on your own. I don't think you're going to have all of the procedures that everyone else have, but I want you to go and have fun practicing. That man spoke volumes to me. I said, let me make sure that I'm having fun practicing, okay? And so that's what I want to encourage us. Since we understand that the absence of, that our bed it's free from sin, then let's get free. Let's have fun. You are free to make it fun. You're free to make it exciting. You're free to make it do and be what you want it to do and be. That does include, you can add you some supplements. You can add you some extra fun. You can add you some clitoral stimulators. You can add couples toy rings or C-rings that couples can play with together. You can add it up. You know, it's just not about putting on some lingerie. Okay, yep. Then that means that one side of the marriage is happy. The husband is happy because he gets to see. But what about the wife? Women, we want to be happy and have fun too. Have him to put on him some sexy something and have him to do a strip dance. Y'all can role play. There's so many different things that's allowable for us when it comes to sex as Christians who follow Jesus. As long as we remember the parameters of not being intimate and having sex with the same gender, with relatives, with animals, okay? Pretty much everything else is a go. You know, it's going to be based on what you and your spouse both agree on. Because where there is agreement, then there is a blessing. And that's a biblical principle. It's a biblical principle that cannot, under any circumstances, that's a biblical principle that it's like the divine law of reciprocity. And it's a principle. So when principles are put into effect, then there's a result. So where one or two are together and there is agreement, then God is there in the midst. And he didn't say, were you in agreement on prayer? Were you in agreement on your finances? Were you in agreement? Where two or three are together. So it's two of y'all and y'all are together and you're in agreement on what you want to happen in that bedroom. The bed is absent of sin. Okay, that means that your bed is absent of sin. You're free to do. God did not put parameters on oral pleasure. Okay, lick it up, kiss it up, suck it up, whatever you want to do. And if both of you are in agreement on it, have some fun. Now, there's a lot of talk about opening up yourselves to demonic spirits through these different things. And I want to tell you that, yes, that is definitely possible, but not within the realms of your marriage. Now, if you practice these different things and you practice sin, or you had same gender sex before you got married, or you had sex with animals, or you had sex with relatives, or you committed or you did oral sex before you were married, you might want to talk to somebody to help you get free from some demonic oppression. OK, if that's something that you're dealing with. But when you are married and you and your spouse are in agreement on it, you don't open the door to sin. You open the door to fun. You open the door to pleasure. You open the door for y'all to be unified and connected in a way that's like none other. Okay, let me get out of here and close with this, y'all. If somebody has told y'all that you cannot have oral sex and you've been trying to figure out, listen, if one person likes it and another person doesn't, and you guys are trying to figure out how to incorporate this or how to go about it, I want to first encourage you both to pray. I want to first encourage you both to pray and to seek God for your answers first and foremost, and then figure out, if you want to try it, figure out ways to make it better. Okay, listen, I know when God first made chicken in the world, he didn't mean for us to cut it up and figure out how to deep fry it and make it irresistible, y'all. But we figured out how to make chicken so irresistible that some of us, we really commit gluttony. So why can't we figure out how to make this part of our marriage irresistible? Why can't we figure out how to make sex irresistible, oral sex irresistible, adding some flavors and some toppings? Don't start using kitchen stuff. You'll start getting infections. But there are some things that have been specifically designed to enhance oral pleasure. So let's figure out how to make it all that and some more, okay? Let's figure out how to make your sex life the best thing ever, okay? God does not want your marriage to be boring. He did not put you together so that you would be boring and frustrated, okay? Jesus came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And when he ordained this marriage institution, he ordained it for the benefit of both parties, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and sexually. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Keeping Your Marriage Hot and Holy. I hope you have been encouraged that your marriage bed is undefiled, your marriage bed, there's the absence of sin in your marriage bed, and that you are ready to take at least one step toward making sure that you and your spouse are having an amazing, fun, sexually liberated time in your bed. If you would like to follow me even more, follow me on Facebook, and I am now on TikTok, okay? You can follow me on TikTok under Hot and Holy Love Coach and Instagram as well. So I look forward to seeing you or communicating with you. Please give me your feedback. And look, if you're married and you're wanting to have a weekend of getaway, we have a marriage retreat coming up September the 22nd through the 25th in St. Louis, Missouri. And we have 4 more free spots available to couples who would like to come. That includes all of your meals paid for. Only thing you pay for is your lodging, is the hotel, which is not expensive at all. So call me or send me a message so that if you're interested, we can get you registered and we can get you hooked up to attend this amazing retreat. You can reach me at awakenlovemm@gmail.com, or you can go to our website at teamtaylorministries@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so very much for tuning in.